Nationwide are looking for a Sandy Springs man suspected of killing his longtime girlfriend and setting fire to their home over the weekend. Family and friends of the couple are devastated, and the man's own daughter is urging him to surrender. Our John Schierick spoke with her today.
She was just such a happy person, just such a great spirit.
And people who knew and loved Amber Holloman are in shock. Can't believe her longtime boyfriend and partner, Patrick P.J. Nolan, would kill her in their home in Sandy Springs and then set fire to their home and then drive off and disappear. That was Saturday morning. Nolan's daughter, Sophia, speaking from her home in Mississippi, says as she was growing up, Amber Holloman was as close to her as her own mother.
She always made you feel like you could open up to her and trust her.
So what could have happened between Amber and PJ?
I've never seen anything from him that would make me think this would ever happen. I just want him to know that all of us in his family, we love him, and we just want him to do the right thing. We just want him to come forward.
Amber Holloman worked at the Rusty Nail at Buford Highway and North Druid Hills, and friends and co-workers like David Boyd thought of her as family.
Hospitable, southern, and charming, and witty, and a little sarcastic, all those mixed in together.
Boyd spoke of how proud Holloman was of her daughter, Peyton, who graduated from high school Friday night. No clue, he says, that Holloman might have been in a threatening or abusive relationship with Nolan.
That's not the kind of situation that my friend would be in, nor would she ever allow her daughter to be anywhere near a situation such as this.
Police say Patrick P.J. Nolan may be traveling with his dog and may be driving his Ford SUV, a blue 2006 Explorer, Georgia tag PYZ 1420. Nolan's daughter, Sophia, trying to get a message to him to surrender.
We love you, and I'm just hoping that I get to talk to you again.
In Atlanta, John Schierick, 11 Alive News.